Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. Hey, Sarah, Cable, David Ratner, Josh, welcome. Hey, Sotek. Hey, Florian, welcome. If you like the stream, it should help push it out a bit better. Help people find it. Forgot to schedule it, so... Hey, Chameleon. I'm curious how many of you look for the Discord notification versus getting notified by YouTube. What's your usual method of finding the stream and knowing it started? Josh gets them both. Chameleon looks at the clock. Okay. Either or. So Tech just opens YouTube homepage. David uses YouTube. Okay. A good mix of everything. Cable, I'm sorry. You had a basketball game last night, lost a game, winning three-pointer. Apparently your team is out of the league because your parents were on the court, even though they weren't. That's... Are your games recorded? Because that seems like something easy to prove or not prove. To prove happened or didn't. Hopefully that'll get sorted out for you guys. That's really unfortunate. Well, let's get started on some Sudoku here. This is called Killer Treppe or Treppe or Treppe. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it's by Derektionary. So we have normal Sudoku rules, standard killer cages. So in cages, digits sum to the value on the top left. Digits can't repeat in a cage. And these are German whisper lines, so digits along the line have a difference of at least 5. And this 23 looks like a good place to start. Only way to get 23 is 6, 8, 9. Treppe. I still don't know how to pronounce it, but it's stairs or stairway. That sounds about right. Don't worry, Sarah. I think people who aren't medicated drift off to my stream, and I don't mind. All right, let's high-low color this German Whisper since we know the parity. And that does mean that this 11 cage has the high digits here. This is at least 6. Which means these two can't sum to more than 5, so they're low. Is this forced to be high, high, low, high, low, high? Can we put a 4 in a 20 cage? I guess we could. We could put like a 4 here, and then this could be 7, 9, and that would add to... We could even put a 3 here with an 8, 9. Very optimistic bet of 6 from Sotek. These are high. We get one more low in here, and it's here, so these are high. True. Okay, so we can't have 2 more high digits. Oh, wait, hold on. These could be 5 also. Let me undo that. We don't know where the 5 goes yet. Actually, the 5 goes in one of these and the other one's high, so let's just do that. Mark the 5s. We only get 1 more high, and so we can't make both of these high. So this is high and this is low. Okay, so that's restrictive on the 20 gauge end. And then we have a low 5 here, pair. Hey, DJV. Checking in real quick. So this is 7. Goes with a 1-2 pair. Good point. This is a 3 or a 4. So these have to be from 7, 8, 9, I'm pretty sure. 3 would go with 8, 9, 4 would go with 7, 9. There's always a 9 in here. This is a 3, 4, so it can't be a 6. So the 6 is here, so Sotek has already lost the bet. Unless I made a mistake. There's always the option that I made a mistake. This has to be 8 or 9. Right, this can't be a 4 because then these would both be 9. So these are a 4-5 pair. Hey, Rafkan, welcome. So this is the other 8, 9 in the row. That makes this a 7 and a 9. That adds to 16, so this is a 4 and a 9. That's an 8, that's a 9. That's good progress. So this is a 6 or 7 with a 1 or a 2. This is 1, 2, or 3. I think the 1 has to be here, doesn't it? So, hold on. Maybe not. Well, if this is a 6, these add to 5. That has to be 2, 3. So obviously not the 1. That's a 7. Then these have to add to 4, and that's 1, 3. So the 3 is always down here, but we already knew that. Darn it. Just mark that anyway. This can't be 6, 8, or 9. So if it was high, it would be 7. So this is only 5 or 7. Whoops. Oh, it can't be 7 either? Oh, okay. So this sees 6, 7, 8, and 9. So this is the 5. That's 4 and 5. So I can fix the coloring here. Let's just redo them. So 5s are gray. And the 4 is low. This is a high. It's 6 or 7. Oh, and that can't be 7 either. So that's 6. That's 7. 7 goes with a 1, 3, making, a 1, 3, making this a 2. Okay. We have almost all this completed. Okay, so Carl's saying this can't be high. If it was high, it would be a 6. 6 would go with 1, 3. So it'd be 1. That's a good point. So if this was high, it would have to be a 6. 6 obviously forces 1 here. But with a 6 here, these need to add to 4, which can only be 1, 3. But now there's a 1 and a 3 in this column, so this can't be 1 or 3. Very nice spot. So this is low. High, low, high, low. That's the less restrictive version of that. Except this low on the 21 is interesting. So These can add to up to 17. So this... Oh, this has to be 4 with a 4, 8. This is have to be 4, 8, 9. Yeah. So that's 4, that's 9. This is an 8, 9. They're high. Not seeing too much restriction on these. Does it have to do with this 11 cage? So the 1 and 2 are fulfilled. We need a 2, 3, or 4, and we need a 5, 6, 7, or 8. Well, we know it can't contain a 9 or a 7. Well, it could never contain a 9. Doesn't contain a 7. I don't see anything else restricted out of it. Okay, Garian is saying that row 6, column 1 sees all high digits. 6, 7, and the 8, 9 pair. Nice. So that is low. That's high. I definitely have a 9 down here. Seven here. 15 and 12. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 in these. So this sees at least a 2, so it's 7 or 8. This is a bit of a sticky point. Seven in this cage. Can this be 7? 7 with a 1, 2. That seems plausible. Darn. In fact, the high in this cage isn't 8 or 9. I guess it was never 8 or 9, based on the killer calculator there. Yeah, 7's the biggest it goes. So we have a 5, 6, or 7 in these two cells. This can't be 7, 8, or 9. So this is either the low digit or it's a 5 or a 6, but I don't know what to do with that. Oh no, it's not a 5 either. I feel like if I can eliminate 6 from here, that would be extremely useful. Because then this is the high. This would be the 5, 6, or 7. That's true. Chameleon has a point that there's already 3 lows used in this column. So one of these is minimum 5. But does that still, I mean, this could still be 6, 5, 1 though. So that's kind of, doesn't force this to be low. It does force this to be at most 6, I think. Because if it was a 7, I couldn't put 2 lows here. If we're looking at all the combinations, basically, if this was, oh, it can't be a 7 anyway. But if this was an 8, then the easy math is these two would be 1, 3, and that's not allowed. So this doesn't exceed 6, for what it's worth. This whisper, Garian says this whisper is interesting. It has 3 highs, then it needs to have both 6 and 7 on it. If it has 3 highs, it needs both 6 and 7 on it. Okay, this is an 8 or a 9. So if we have 3 highs on this line, then I can only use one of 8, 9. So it would need a 6 and a 7. I don't think that's a problem. Carl says, if row 8, column 5 is high, then row 7, column 5 is low. If this is high, basically saying if this is 6, then this has to be low because we wouldn't be able to use a 5. So if this is 6, it would be exactly 6, 5, 1. So this is low. Wait. Then this would be high. Ah, we don't have enough highs. Okay. So this can't be 6. If this was 6, then I only get one more low. And so I have to do 1, 5. 1, 5. So now this is high, but what high can it be? It can't be 6, 7, 8, or 9. So this is not 6. Very nice point, Coral. If this is a 5, what are our choices? If this is a 5, then we have to do 6, 1. This would be the last high. It would have to be an 8, actually. That would be 8, that would be 9. This would be... Oh, it doesn't work either. This is a bit of a chain, but 5, 6, 1 I just showed. This would have to be an 8. Hold on, what was I saying? Yeah, this would have to be an 8 because the 6 in the box is taken. It sees 7 and 9. So this would be 8. This would be 9. And then now, what's this high digit? It can't be a 6 or a 7 because we're not allowed to put a 1 in either of these. The 6 would require 1 in both. The 7 would require 1, 2 pair. So that just doesn't work. So this is low. Which means we definitely need a high in here, but... I feel like we're whittling away the wrong thing, but I'm not sure. Is there just Sudoku that I'm missing? I could fill these triples. Maybe that helps. 1, 4, 6. These are 2, 7, 9. These are 3, 5, 8. Yeah, that helped a lot. Okay. Row 7, column 4 is never 1 from that logic. True. This can't be a 1 for the same exact logic reason, and maybe that's more helpful than the specific case I did. Because if this is 1, this has to be high. It's not allowed to be 6 because it would be surrounded with 2 1s. So it would have to be the 8. And we have the same exact issue that we just had, which is this high has no value. It can't be 8 or 9. It can't be 6 or 7 because of the whisper. So this is never 1. In fact, if this is low at all, this is 8. And we have the same issue. Doesn't that mean this is just high? If this is low at all, I'm just going to make it blue. This is orange. It's not going to be a 6, so it's got to be 8. That's a 9, and then this has the same issue. Oh, this actually, no, this would be a 7 surrounded by a 1-2 pair. So this can be low, it just has to be a 3 or 4 if it's low. But it can't be 3 or 4. So it's not low. This is high. There we go. That's better than the other stuff I was doing. Okay, so now we have all of our highs. This is number 6. Can this really be 7 with a 1-2? I can't immediately rule that out. Be nice to. So this is the high. We could still do 6, 5, 1. So we can't make this low yet. These are from 1, 2, 3. We can't do 6, 5, 1. Oh, right. For that, we said this couldn't be 6 ever because I think we proved that a while ago. If this was 6, this would be 1, and this would be 1. Or maybe we had that formation already somewhere else. We had that here, actually. It's the same formation. So no, that's not the 6. So the 6 goes here. That's a 1. Here we go. We got some Sudoku up there to do. These are low. Whoops, these are low. What is this? It can't be 1. So it's 2, 3. Can't be 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. I just wanted to know what it was. So, hey Derek, welcome. Oh, right, this can't be a 3, because one of these is a 7, because of this 8, 9. Right, so this is 2. We can't do 3, 4, 5, because if this is low... Sorry, we can't do 3, 4, 5. Okay, 3, 4, 5 is out. We have to use a 7, 8, or 9. 2, 4, 6 is out. 1, 5, 6 is out. So we need a 1 or a 2 in here. There's not going to be a 2 in here, so there is a 1 in one of these. For sure. Carl has a point. Am I sure about row 7, column 4? Couldn't it be 6, 2, 4 cage? This can't be 6 because... Didn't we say it would be 6, 5, 1? So you're saying it could be 6, 2, 4 as well? Okay, I have to back up. So if this was... Or not 3, 4, 5. If this was 6... Hey, Andrew. Okay, so if this was 6, this could be 2, 4 exactly. And this would be 1. Okay, well, neither of these can be 3 because we can't surround ourselves with an 8, 9 pair. So let's start with that. Right, so 6, 5, 1 is out, which means we need 2 low digits in our sum. So this is low. It's a 1 or a 2. That's a 1-2 pair. This is 3 or 4. So yeah, this can't be 9. We can't do 9, 1, 2. So that's not a 9. So the high is this high digit is occupied by this one. So we still, well, maybe. The 6 can be the middle digit. Okay, so the last low is here. So 5 is down here somewhere. So we have a 3, so we have an 8 on here. Because there's a 3 or a 4 on here. And it has to join an 8 or a 9, but there's a 9 in the column. So this is 3, 4, 8. Sorry, this is 3, 8 exactly. Can't put the 4 on here. So that helps. That's a 7. These are not 7s. This is a 4. This can't be 8 anymore. So this is 7. Sorry, this is 6. Okay, so it was 6, 2, 4 then. Whoops. And now we have some cleanup to do. 8, 9 pair. So this has an 8 or a 9 in it. So we don't have these sums. It does not have a 4 in it at all. It doesn't have a 2 in it at all. So we're either 1, 5, 9 or 1, 6, 8. So there is a 1 down here, and it's either 1, 5, or 6. The 3, 8 pair stays here. That's 6 and 8. This is a pair. 1 and something. 1 and 4. So that's low. That's low. Okay, so if this was 2, 1, that's 3. 3 plus what? 3 plus 8 would give us 11. Otherwise, they add to 6, in which case that's a 5. Resolved. Ah, there's an 8, 9 pair in the box, so this can't be an 8. So that is 5 and 4. That's a 1. That's not a 5. Any obvious Sudoku? Suppose 8 is here. Can't put an 8 here, so 8's in one of these two. Box 8, 9, and 5 are placed. Ah, true. That 5 and 9 are remaining in the box. Good spot. 5 is actually placed here in box 5. So that's, these add to 5 as well. So we're either 1, 4 or 2, 3. So that's low. This is a triple. We need a 2, 3, and 6, it looks like. Which means this is just 7 or... Ooh, yeah, so where's 7 go? Yeah, this is 7. No, sorry, other way around. This is 8, this is 7, this is 2. These are not 2s. So that's not a 3. 5's over here. Ah, 7 can't be with 3, so it's with 1. That's 4. this is a 2 or a 3 by Sudoku. Well, and the fact that it's blue. I need a 3 somewhere in this row. Suppose I don't quite know where it goes. This is a triple. Let's do that. This is 2, 3, 6. Ah, very nice. The resolve. So this is now 1, 5. Very nice. That gives us 9, 8, 9, 8. That's a 7 by Sudoku. These 7s look in. Nice spot from Bukra. Let's deal with Sven's stuff. That's a 7, 2, 9. Ooh, we got the bet cell already. It was a 9. Congrats to 9 betters. I think it's probably mark time. Yeah, so 5, 5. This can't be 1, so 7 and 9. 1 and 4. That's a 4. 3 and 1. Let's clear the color so I can scan better. 3, 6 pair gives us 1 and 2. 3, 6, 2, 8, 3, 6. That's not a 1. Ah, 5 and 1. 3. We're just following the red marks at this point, and the puzzle's done. This was fun. Thanks, Derek. It got a little sticky right in the middle, but I'm wondering what was it that got us unstuck? Looking at this cell, I think, and how it couldn't be high. And then of course the next time we got stuck is because we were supposed to look at this line and we didn't. So maybe that should have been a hint, but cool. I enjoyed it. Thank you, Derek. Box 8 was sneaky, yeah. There's probably like a cleaner way to do the shenanigans we did in box 8, but we did get through it. You have an equivalent one with Ren bands. Interesting. Same shapes. Cool. I saw DJV earlier. I think they're going to be in and out. I think it was a different trick for all 3. Although, I mean, everything's... You could claim that all logic is similar in some way, but they felt different. All 3 lines felt different to me. All right, this should be interesting. This is called HalfYin-TwoYang by DJV. We have normal Sudoku rules, Yin-Yang. Shade some cells so that all shaded cells are orthogonally connected. All unshaded cells are orthogonally connected. No 2x2 area may be completely shaded or unshaded. So we're going to have some shaded blob. Other than the fact that we can't have a 2x2 area. We're going to have some shaded blob that's green, and then we're going to have some shaded blob that's gray. And all the grays are orthogonally connected. All the greens are orthogonally connected. You can't have a 2x2 anywhere that's all green or all gray. And we have to shade every cell gray or green. And then we have killer. The digits in a cage may not repeat and must sum to the small number in the top left corner of the cage. Shaded digits count as half of their value towards the cage totals, while unshaded digits count as double their value. So we're going to have to remember what color's what. So we're going to say green doubles and gray halves. Let's see. Usually in pencil puzzles, shaded is actually the gray and then green is the unshaded. So maybe we should follow that convention for once in our lives, for once in my life. I always think of it the other way, but that's not how it is. So the gray cells are going to be half, and the green cells are going to be double. All right. So I'm going to get started, and there's a couple properties of yin-yang that we're going to use. One is you can't checkerboard. If you cause a checkerboard, then when you try to connect the shaded cells, the unshaded cells will get, no matter how you do it, the unshaded cells will get disconnected from each other. Same and vice versa. So you can't checkerboard. And also around the edges, you're going to have one long strip of shaded and one long strip of unshaded along these lines. Because if I try to put more like shaded cells here, when I try to connect the shadeds to other shadeds, I'm going to be isolating, at some point end up isolating one unshaded section from another, and vice versa. So those are two important properties. Any cage with a half in it must contain a shaded cell. So we know there's a gray in this cage, and we know there's a gray in this cage. And we know there's a gray in this cage, but we don't know that's on the border. So I think between these two, what we can say is either all of this is shaded, or all of this is shaded. Sorry, yeah, shaded. Gray. So either all of this is gray, or all of this is gray. Now, is there a problem if I make all of this gray? All of this gray means that the digits are all counting half. Now, does that harm, say, that harms the 38 cage? Because if both of these are half, the highest we can get to is 8.5. And then this could be a doubled... Well, we can't even repeat the 9, right? Well, we probably want to double the 9. So doubling the 9 would give us 18. But these would still have to add to 20. So I would say one of these, at least, is unshaded so that it can be double the value. Because if I only double this one, even if I left these alone, which I'm not allowed to, I could only do 18 plus 16. Wait, that's enough. 18 plus 16. But no, if I have them both, then I would do 18 plus 8. Sorry, it would be 15. So 18 plus 7.5 it does not reach 38. We need these to be 20. Hold on, am I thinking about that right? Yeah, anyway, no matter how you think about it, there is a unshaded digit in here. So if there's an unshaded digit in here, that means these are the ones that are the group of shadeds. Okay, sorry, I took way too long on that, but I'm trying to think through the logic. People are pointing out this 30 cage. We can't have any half digits in it. Because basically, even if they are both doubled, we'd have to add to 15. So they are both doubled. Because there's no way we're doing like a double 9 to get 18, and then having a half digit equal 12. So yeah, these are both doubled, which is unshaded, so green. One and a half. Hey, Bremster, thank you so much for the $5 Aussie super chat. Good, very early morning. Good morning to you as well. Yeah, this can't have a double in it. Even if we doubled the 1, which is the lowest we could do, that's already 2. That already exceeds the sum. So these are just shaded. Yeah, and this is shaded as well, because at least 1 in here is shaded. But I get the feeling we can't shade too many in here. If we did one more halved, the highest they could add to is 17 over 2. And we'd want to double the 9. We'd want to double the 9. So I'm going to pull out my calculator here so I don't mess this up. So we'd have 18, and then we'd have 15 over 2. That's only 25.5. So these both are doubled. And that's going to extend at least to here. Because we knew that this 38 needed a double in one of these.
Bremster donated 5 Australian dollars through Super Chat. Good, very early morning.
Thanks again, Bremster. Go get your coffee. At least one doubler in the 14 cage. Okay, so if they were all halved, we'd have 7, 8, 9 over 2. That's only 12. True. So I gotta reach up into here. Okay, don't make a 2x2. Don't make a 2x2. This has to get out. Don't make a 2x2. Don't make a 2x2. Green has to reach it. Why does green have to reach it? Oh, I did this wrong. Hold on. We said it needs a doubler. Right. These can't all be shaded. Right. So this reaches it. True. Okay. Sorry, I did that wrong. Green is doubled. I have to just remember green is doubled. Don't checkerboard. Hold on. When I said this has to get out, that's completely untrue. So hold on. Let me just unshade these for a second. I definitely need what happened here? Oh, these were green. It was the gray that had to get out, and that was true. Okay, never mind. These were green because of the cage. It was the gray that I pulled out. And that was true. Okay. Hey, Lakia, how you doing? So, how do we get the 37? What's the highest we can possibly do with 2 doublers and a halfer? Which would be 17 doubled is 34. That's 8 and 9, plus 7 halved. Yeah, so this has to be 8, 9, and this has to be a 7. So we have a digit. Nice. What is 38 over 2? 19. Okay, so if both of these were halved, these would have to add to 26, but 17s are max. So yes, this is green. This is doubled. $38 is all green. Right. If 37.5 is the biggest we can get with a halver, then this has to be green. Don't make a 2x2. Don't make a 2x2. There's another 38, so that's all green also. This has to get out now. These both have to get out through here, but we don't know where. Don't make a 2x2. So the 14 now has a halver in it. So the other digit can't be a halver, right? Because, yeah, I mean, obviously not. So that has to be doubled. There are some things you don't need a calculator for. This is going to have to get out. It has to connect somehow. So it's got to connect in the only way it can, which is here. Right, this is a 1-2 pair. 2.5. Still, we can't do that. That has to be 2 halves, right? If we doubled the 1, that's already 2. We need another 1 in there. So these are both gray, because they're both halved. We can't checkerboard. But if this one were gray, then yeah, this has to be a doubler for sure. So then don't checkerboard. Don't make a 2x2. Don't checkerboard. Six is interesting. Maybe not as interesting. This definitely has some doublers in it. I need a formula for green-gray dominoes. It's always 4 green plus gray equals 2 cage total. 4 times green plus gray equals 2 times cage total. I'm not sure I understand. If you're going to check her board, make sure she doesn't notice. Oh, bad joke, Brimster. All right, that's a green. That's a green. This gray is going to connect down to here, join this hole, and it's got to get out somehow. So it's going to get out here. Oh, don't make a 2x2. Sorry. Yeah, don't make a 2x2. One of these is green, one of these is gray. We don't know which is which, but that'll help for the cage. So we have 2 halvers and a doubler in a 15 cage. Oh, true. We can do the secret. Carl's doing the secret on box 2 because these are all doubled. So what we can do is just say they add to 38 because there's 2 of them. So 45 minus 38 is 7, which means that this is a 1, 2, 4. Oops. That's where 1, 2, 4 goes, the outies. Good point. The haver is an odd number, right? We know a bunch of odd numbers, don't we? I'm not sure which ones are actually possible. The 21 seems like we need, well, this can be at most 18. So to get to 21.5, 21.5 minus 18, we need 3.5. So actually this has to be a 7 or a 9. And then this has to be, oh, but if this was a 9, we could only do 9 over 2 plus 8 times 2. That's only 20.5. So this has to be 7. And then it has to be with a 9. Right? 9 times 2 plus 7 over 2 is 21.5. So that's not 7 or 9. So how about this one to get to 19.5? 1 is probably not enough. Yeah, 1 is not enough. If we had a 3, 19.5 minus 1.5 is 18. This would have to be a 9. And 5, I'm guessing, would go with an 8. Just making sure. Yeah. Oh, no, that's not enough. So it has to be 3, 9. My intuition of how much I have to change the haver is not correct. You have to add 4 to the haver in order to reduce the doubler by 1. Morning jokes are nice. It's the only time they're funny, though. So these are both halved and they add to 5. So this is either 1, 4 or 2, 3, and it does form a 1, 2 virtual pair here. We almost have a 1, 2, 4 triple. Okay. Is there any more yin-yang-y things to do, or Can this be 1, 2, 4? It feels like it's being set up to not be 1, 2, 4. No, it certainly can't be, because we would need 4 of 1, 2, 4 in these 4 stills. Can't do it. So one of these is going to have to be gray, because if this was, excuse me, if this was all doublers, they'd add to 7. It would be 1, 2, 4, and I can't do it. So these two are gray for sure, because we got to reach it. Can we do 2 halvers and a doubler to get to 14? So probably 15 over 2 plus 9 twice is 25. Yeah, that's really big. Okay. Don't make a 2 by 2. The 6 gauge needs a doubler in it. Wait, does it? No, it doesn't. The 6 gauge needs a halver in it. 6 gauge needs a gray in it. Row 4, column 1, 2. Can't be doubled. Row 4, column 1, 2. Row 4, column 2, 3 can't be doubled. They can't both be doubled because it would make a 2 by 2. I think that's the point. But one of them can be doubled, can't they? These are at least 3, 4. Oh, I see what you mean. The doubler that goes in this 6 gauge, if there is one, can't exceed what? Can it even be 2? 2 doubled is 4. No, and yeah, right. 2 doubled is 4. And then we would need another 4. So 1, 2, 3 actually does work if we have 2 halvers on the 1 and the 3. But we can't do a 3 doubled because that's already 6. There's no way to do half down to 0. So these are minimum 3. So these are both halvers at the very least. This could also be a halver. So what else? Okay, don't make a 2 by 2. There's definitely some doublers in here. I think these will have to be resolved by the numbers that go in them. True, this can't actually be 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. So if this was a doubler, I couldn't do double 2 because then these would have to add to 4. Right, because this is 4. We need another total of 2. 2 doubled is 4. So these would be halved from 4 down to 2. That would be 1, 3, and then this would have no value. So if it's doubled, it would have to be a 1. So then these would add to 8. And I think that's possible. So either this is a 1 with these adding to 8 without a 1 or 2 with a so these would be 3, 5. Or this is halved. If this is halved, then these add to 12. 12 and 3, with these adding to at least 7, would mean... So this could be 3, 4 adding to 7. To get to 12, I need another 5. These could be 3, 5 adding to 8 with a 4. They could be 3, 6 adding to 9 with a 3. Wait, yeah, with a 3. Or they could be 3, 7 adding to 10 with a 2. Yay. Three, 6, 3 doesn't work. Yeah. True. So this can't be a 3 and these can't be 6s. Whittling it down. Where are we seeing a 2-cell 13 gauge? This one? So what's the lowest we can double? Well, the biggest this can be is well, this is even, right? We know this is even, 2, 4, 6, 8. So let's take a look at the options here. If it was 2, that's halved to 1. That's way too small. This would have to be... No, it's not way too small. 2 halved to 1. This would have to be 12, so that's a 6. 4 halved to 2. This would have to be 11. That doesn't work, because this is even as well. So this can't be 4 or 8, because this can't halve to an even number. This has to halve to an odd number. And so then if this is a 6, that's halved to 3. This would have to be a 5. That's actually really cool how that works out. Wrong eliminations in row 4. You want me to add the 6 back? Can't exclude... Well, if this is a 3, it's not a doubler, so it would be a halver. So if this is 3 halved... Right, but we're actually adding to 12. So if this is 3, then these two would add to 9, right? So they could be 4, 5, 3. Okay, so we're adding the numbers back. So the point that 3, 6, 3 doesn't work was more of a theoretical thing than a pencil marking thing. You brought it up for funsies, I guess. All right. I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't even mark this. There's too much. I'm gonna just delete it. Okay, can we at least say that 9 can't go in here? Is that a thing we can say? Can we put a 9 in here? If we have a 9 in here, then the other two have to add to 3, and this can't be a 1 or a 2. So there's no 9 in here. This 9 sees over, so 9 is down here somewhere, which means 9 is up here somewhere. Now, can this be a 9? No. If this was a 9, these would have to add to 3, and they can't. So that's not a 9. There's a 2-cell 14 cage, I'm told is interesting. Okay, so the halver has to be even, because otherwise we would be a something and a half. And then it has to have to an even number. Otherwise, we end up with an odd number because the doubler is always even. So this cannot be 2 or 6. Okay, so now if we have to 2, then this has to be a 6. And if we have to 4, then this has to be a 5. Okay. Does this just have to be 1, 2, 3? Didn't notice that. These add to 15. So these are either 6, 9, which can only go this way, or they're 7, 8, which can only go this way. Nine in this box is only one of these two. $33K. Wait, 33K. Where are we seeing that? Here. Okay, any odd number, any odd sum cage must have a haver in it. And it has to have a 4 or an 8 in it. No, sorry, it has to have a 2 or a 6 in it, so it halves to an odd number. So there's a 2 or a 6 in here as well. Ah, so that's important. This 7 cage has a 2 or a 6 in it. Along with what? So it's got 2 or 6, which is going to be halved to 1 or 3. And then, so that means we have to double, with the 2, we have to double a 3. With the 6, we have to double a 2. Wait, does that even work? Hold on. If we have a 2 halved in here, it's got to go with a 6. Sorry, it's got to go with a 3 doubled. If we have a 6 halved in here, that's 3. It's got to go with a 2 doubled. Okay, so these are from 2, 3, 6. That's a triple. That's a 5. So then this has to be 6. So then now this has to be 2, 3. The 2 is halved and the 3 is doubled. So that's a 1. Hey, Aaron. What 14 cage, Carl? Huh? There's no 14 cage in. There's no 14 cage in box 8. Oh, if both are halvers. Uh-oh. Right, okay. Yeah, an odd cage can also be entirely halvers. Odd cages need a haver in them, but it doesn't mean that they're a haver and a doubler. So if this was 2 havers, which I don't think I can rule out at the moment through Yin-Yang. If I can rule out 2 havers, then that would be ideal, but let's see. So if both of these were gray, what's the consequence? Both were gray. This green gets out. This green gets out. Here. I don't really see a problem. Okay, so if these add to 14, how are we getting to 14? 5, 9. Six, 8. Can't be 6-8. So only 5-9. Can't be 6-8 because of this cell here. So 5-9 would put 7-8 in here. 9-8. "13 cage always has a 6 in it." Right, because if it was half of 2, then we would need the 6. Yeah, okay. So there's always a 6 in here, so that means this cage doesn't have a 6 in it. So if there's no 6 in here, that means that the only other option is to be... Yeah, we saw that. We saw that it resolved itself. If it was a haver and a doubler, it resolved itself to 2-3. We know that already. So this is either 2-3 or 5-9. So there's a virtual 2-5 pair in these cells, and there's a 6 in these cells. So the remaining cells are 1, can't be 2. No, we could be 2. What was the pair? The pair was 2-5, actually. So it can't be 2. We could have a 3, a 4. Can't have the 5 because of the virtual 2-5. Can't have a 6. Can't have a 7, 8, 9. Darn. I thought it was more restricted, but it's not. If it's a haver and a doubler, we do know which way. That's true. Because we can't do a checkerboard like that. So the doubler is here. So we'd be doubling 2 and... No, we'd be doubling 3 and having 2. So they'd be like that. Which means we all... So it's either 2 havers and a haver or a doubler. So this cell's always a haver, no matter what. It's just a question of whether this is a haver or a doubler. Good point, Garion. And Chameleon. And Carl. Everyone was saying it. I just was looking at chat because I was trying to work through some stuff. This is an 8-9 pair, so that's not 8-9. Oops. It's definitely not blue-yellow. Okay. Maybe this 33 cage is important here. Can we fit a haver in the 33 cage? If I did 17 times 2, that's 34 already. It's odd, so there's always a haver in it. True. So one of them's a haver. I don't think we can do 2 havers. Because that would be 9 times 2 plus 15, no, plus 14 over 2, but let's just do 15 over 2. That would only be 25. So this is exactly 1 haver and 2 doublers. 1 haver and 2 doublers. So I don't really see how to shade it though. Are the numbers restricted on it? So 17 doubled is 34, so we can't do 8, 9 doubled. Okay, so the haver needs to end up odd. So the haver the haver is only 2 or 6. So whatever the haver is, it's 2 or 6. So we should be able to maybe figure out, okay, so let's just say this was the haver. I know it might be any one of these. So if the haver were 2 or 6, then the other two, what are they going to add to? If the haver was 2, that only contributes 1. So we need to add to 32 over 2, which is 16. That would be with a 7, 9. Again, we're ignoring the position here. If the haver were a 6, that would be 3. We'd add to 30. We'd have to add to 15. So that would either be 6, 9 or 8, 7. So, oh, but we couldn't do 6, 9 because we're using the 6 already. So we're either 7, 8 or 7, 9 with a 2, 6. And the 7's not here. So the 7 is down here. We definitely have a 2, 6, 7, and then we're with an 8 or a 9. Oh, but if it was, Carl was saying if it's 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8 would be having the 6 with a 7, 8 adding to 15. Then that makes this 5, 4, which only adds to 12. So it cannot be 6, 7, 8. So it does have a 2 in it, not a 6 in it. Or sorry, yeah, it does have a 2 in it, not a 6 in it. And so then we need to get to 32, which would be 7, 9. So this is 2, 7, 9 with the 7 down here. This can't be 2 because of the 1, 2 pair. So that is a 9. That's progress with a 2, 7 pair. Does that do anything? Okay, and the 9 we know is doubled. The 2 is the haver. Okay. What do we do with this? Well, we can't. One of these is also green, but I don't know which. 2 in row 9. Ah, the 2, 7 pair takes 2 out of all of those. So 2 is in one of these 2. But there's the 1, 2, 3 triple here, so it's not here. So this is the 2 only. Nice spot, SPQ. 7 here does a lot. 7 in box 4. I don't think we can put a 7 haver in here, can we? Oh wait, we might be able to, because if these were all 3 havers, they could add to 12. So 7 plus what gets to 12? 7 plus 5, so we'd be what, like 3, 2, or 4, 1. Okay. These 7s look up, so there's a 7 up here somewhere. Oh, if there's 2 havers in here, then we can have odd numbers. I wonder if this 2, 7 causes some kind of conflict with the options we had here. Because if this was 2, 3, let's just work it out. If this was 2, 3, then this would be 6, 5. This would be 1, I guess. Maybe the 5, 9 is more interesting. Oh, right. This would be the 7. So this would be 9, 6. I guess that all works. 5, 9 would put 7, 6. Wait. No, 5, 9 puts 6, 7, 8. This would be 2. Two's in one of these two only. I guess that just takes 2 out of this cell. All right. Maybe that's not. Okay, 7 in this box is in one of these two. That looks up. 7's in one of these two. Is there like a triple adding to, what is it, 38 over 2, a triple adding to 19 that's not gonna work for this row or something? I don't see it. 19's not that restricted. 4 in row 7. All right, we haven't marked 4 at all in this row. So go here. Oh, so this is restricted. So what are the ways to make 19 and 3? Carl's saying 3, 7, 9 or 5, 6, 8. Yeah, and I can't use 5, 6, 8. Bremster's saying it too. So this is 3, 7, 9, and this is 5, 6, 8. It's been sitting there for a while. What's this do? Seven in box 3 now. Ah, this sees the 7, so that places that 7. Sees this 7 also, places this 7. Okay. So now that there's an odd haver, we need another odd haver. So this is going to be not 1, it could be 3, 5, or 9. Should we go through the cases? I think we should. So if these add to 10, that's 5. We need a 9 with that. No. Sorry, this is doubled though. So if these add to 10, halved, that's 5. That doesn't work. We need to halve to an even number. Um, 5 plus 7 is 12. Halved is 6. So this needs to be, hold on, 6 getting to 14 is 8. So this would have to be a 4. And then 7 plus 9 is 16. Halved is 8. This would need to be doubled to get to 6. So this would be 3. That breaks the 14 cage. Okay, so we're saying 7, 5. 7, 5 adding to 12. That's 6. We need another 8. So this would be a 4. But 5 and 4 here make this 6, 8, which is too big. So this has to be 9, 3. Yikes, okay. I'm being told there was just Sudoku that puts the 9 there. Whoops. Worked it out, though. We Simoned it. This is so much mental math. Okay, what else did we learn about all this stuff? We've got the 379s in the first band. Do we look at this 15 cage? Maybe we haven't done enough with this 15 cage. So we have a single doubler in it. The single doubler's relatively small, but okay, and the single doubler is not 3, 7, or 9. Okay. Well, we kind of know that here too. Nothing in the cage is 3, 7, or 9. Maybe that's key. I haven't thought it through, but it feels like that might be the key. We do have a 7, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9 down here, but okay, so the green cell. Well, how do we want to think about this? The halvers, let's make them as big as possible. That's 6, 8. I am allowed to put 6, 8 in the halvers, right? It seems like well, yeah, I'm going to have, wait, no, I can't. Can I? Yeah, I could put like a 6 here and an 8 down here, and that would be fine. I was worried about breaking this cage, but I could just swap it. So I can do 6, 8 in here. So 6 plus 8 is 14, but that's 7. So we need to double 2 and 8. So our doubler is at least 4. And it can't be 7, 9, and 8 is too big. So yes, 4, 5, or 6. Is 6 too big? 12, 15 minus 12, 3. The 2 halvers would add to 6. 2 halvers adding to 6, so 1, 5, or 2, 4. Both of which look possible. So, okay, so the doubler in here is a 4, 5, or 6. That's not quite as helpful as I was hoping. And then the halver sum to 6, 10, or 14. That's just too open, isn't it? Adding to 14 is only 6, 8. Adding to 10 is 2, 8, or 4, 6. That still involves a 6 and an 8. Adding to 6, though, is 1, 5, or 2, 4. I don't think it's this cage. I don't see any yin-yang to do. Other than the fact that these can't both be gray. Rocky, leave it. I've been kind of ignoring the 6 gauge, but we worked through a ton of options for the 6 gauge. We don't even know if this is a halver or a doubler. The 7 cage we worked through, there's 2 options. They both seem to work. Do we want to ask a dumb question like, Can we be roped? Different colors. Huh? I don't even see that. They can't both be gray. Sotek is saying these can't both be gray. Right, so this green blob here, this ginormous green blob here needs to connect with these greens, and there's only 2 ways to get through. So at least one of them is green, but it could be either one. Why am I getting the feeling this is going to end up gray, thus forcing the green to come out? But it may not actually happen that way. But like the color of this cell doesn't matter, whereas the color of this cell does matter. So if this were forced gray, that would force more coloring. One of these is gray. That's all I know. Sorry, one is gray, one is green. But their values don't matter. Bremser says row 5, column 6. Can't be 2 because of column 4. Because of column 4. Oh, are we claiming 2s? That's interesting. Yeah, 2 in column 4 is only in one of these 3 cells, so that's not a 2. Which means that's not a 3. Good spot, Bremster. What about 4? Oh, 4 can be here. If the 6 cage is 2 gray, 1 green, it's broken? We've been through this. Are you sure? I had it fully penciled and then I deleted it because there were so many options and it was hard to keep track of them. So why is it broken if it's 2 gray, 1 green? Hey DJV. We're a little stuck, to be honest. Row 5, column 4 can't be the 2 by the 2.5 cage and the 1.5 cage. Why? Oh, I see. If this was a 2, then this would be 1, 4, and this would have no value. Got it. Or if this was a 2, this would be a 1, and this would have no value. Okay, so that's not a 2. Yeah, there's a virtual 1-2 pair between these, which I pointed out ages ago and then forgot. But I think it is time for a hint, DJV, if you have one. We haven't made real progress on this in a bit. Satan says box 3, 15 cage. The doubler is an even number. Yeah, we've gone through the exact combinations this has to be. DJV says look at where 1 and 2 go in row 3. Okay, so this cell sees a 1, 2, 3 triple. This cell sees a 1, 2 pair. So 1 and 2 go in these 3 cells. So the 15 cage needs at least one of 1 and 2. Can I have both? I'm getting there, DJV. We worked out these combinations, but there were a lot. So we could double the 2, but we can't have the 1, so we'd have to double the 1. No, maybe we can have the 1. Okay, so if we doubled the 2, that's 4. So then we'd have to have 2 cells adding to 22, and that doesn't work. So this is a 1, 2. The other 1, 2 is in here. Hold on. So if we... How are we doing this then? Well, I guess we could double the 2. Okay, if we doubled the 1, let's do the smaller case first. If our 1 was doubled, that's only 2. So we'd need 2 cells adding to 13, which is 26. That doesn't work. But if we double the 2, that's 4. We need 2 cells adding to 22, and that doesn't work. Wait, how does this work at all? Is it broken? The doubler has to be bigger than 2. The 1 or 2 is a halver. Okay. Right, so the doubler is not the 1 or 2. The halver is the 1 or 2. Right. So how big does the doubler need to be now that the halver is at most 2? So this could be 8. So we could have the halvers add to 8 plus 2, 10. The halvers are at most 5. So the doubler needs to be at least 5. So the doubler in here, we said the doubler was 4, 5, or 6, but now the doubler is 5 or 6 only. That makes a 5, 6 pair here. So this is a 1, 2, 5, 6 quadruple. Making this, we have 1, 2, 3, we need 4, 8. That makes a 4, 8 pair here. So we should look at this more closely, maybe. So if we doubled the 1, that's, sorry, we're not doubling the 1, 2, we're having the 1, 2. If we double the 5, that's 10. We would need the halvers to add to 10 as well. So we could not do 1, 9. We'd have to do 2, 8. So it would be 5, 2, 8. If we're doubling the 6, that's 12. We need the halvers to add to a value of 3, so they'd add to 6. So that would either be 1, 5 or 2, 4. So there's always a 5 in here. Not that that's super helpful. There's a 5 over here, actually. Just by Sudoku. There's also a 6 over here. This is 4, 5. This is 4, 5, 6, 8. It has the 5 or 6. No 5 needed. 6 with 2, 4. I see. Wait, 6 with 2, 4. Yeah. Zombie, what does row 7 box 1 mean? Row 7, column 1, 2 is limited by using both options of the 30 cage. I'm trying to figure out what this got us, because the 15 cage was the hint from DJV as the next step. We got a 4-8 pair here. We got this as a 1-2. Surely there's something interesting that flows from that. Otherwise, DJV wouldn't have told us to look at it. Because we got some penciling, but we didn't really learn anything new about shading. It doesn't really translate anywhere else. Maybe the 5-6 here it translates to. But I don't see what that does. So this cell can't be 5, 6, 7, 9, 3. So it can't be 3, 5, 6, 7, or 9. So it's 1, 2, 4, 8, right? Wait, what about 3? No, it can't be 3. Can't be 5 or 6, 7. Yeah. Okay, Zombie Hunter's point is, yeah, this is either 6, 9, or 7, 8. I know that 2 is limited to one of these two, so this cell can't be a 2. But the 2-7 pair does that anyway. They're limited to 1, 3, 4, 8, if that's helpful. 2 in box 1 is one of these two. True. Gramsci says, well, row 1, column 3 is now 1, 5, 6. Okay, it could be 1. It can't be 2, 3. There's a 4, 8 pair, so it can't be 4. It could be 5 or 6. Can't be 7, 8, or 9. True. Is there some reason it couldn't be a 1? Or is there some reason it must be a 1? We know there's a virtual 1-2 pair here, so this can't be 1 or 2. I guess the 2-7 does that as well. 3, 4, 5, 6 are all possible. And 8 is possible. Maybe there's just some cell that's oddly limited that we haven't seen. Two here puts 2 here. Doesn't really do much. Does force the 2 in here. Maybe that's key or something like that, because that makes a 1-4 pair. So 1, 4, and 8 are gone. So that would be 5. Are 5 and 2 compatible in here? 5 plus 2? No, they're not, right? Because the 2 is the 2 is the haver. Ooh, that's nasty. I don't know if this is intended or not, but what if this was 2? That does a lot, right? 1, 4 pair, 8, 5. And now this is 1, so the 2 is in here. And I don't think 2, 6, 5 is 15, is it? Because the 6 is doubled, and the 5 and the 2 are, you know, we'd have to double the 2 because we need to be even. But there's actually no way for the havers to add to an even number at that point. So that's just broken. So that lets us place this 2. And that should clean up some stuff, right? It means the 1 is in here. The 1 is the haver. So the other haver has to be odd, right? So I hope this works. Doubling the 6. Yeah, doubling the 6 with 1, 5. So now this is 5. So that's 10, so we need to have the 8. You don't understand why you couldn't double the 2. So double 2 is 4. So we need 2 havers to ultimately become the value of 11. So you need 2 cells that add to 22. That's why I couldn't double the 2. I think that cracked. That might have cracked the whole puzzle. We're getting a lot of digits. It's not 1, so that's not 4. That's a 4. This is a pair, 2 and 4. One in row 7. Ah, can't be here. Nice. 4, 5, 6 means that's not 4. Oh, don't stop now. This can't be roped. If this was 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, we need 7, 8, 9 here. And so then this would have to be, oh, this could be 6, 9. Oh no, it does work. Darn it. I was thinking we couldn't add to 15, but 6, 9 works. 6, 9, 7, 8. Darn it. Okay, never mind. There's probably easier stuff. 1, 2 pair here means there's a 1 here in the column. Nice spot from Florian. This is not roped. This can't be 3. This can't be 3 or 7. Nine in box 7. Ah, 8, 9 pair. So that's a 9. Cool. Shouldn't this have a 9 corner mark on it? Let's see. This is a pair. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that interesting? I mean, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 accounted for now, so that's not 4. So these are a quad, I guess? 5, 6, 7, 8. Are there any pairs I missed? These are also 5, 6, 7, 8. This is also 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Andrew says that makes the 6 cage interesting. Because this is now no longer 3 or 4. So at minimum, these add to 8, which halved is 4. So hold on. Can this be an 8? 8 plus, it would have to be 8 plus 3. That's 11. We'd have a halved 1 here. Darn it. We could even have 7, 3 with a doubled 1, right? Oh no, we can't do 7, 3 with a doubled 1. Is 7 even possible? Wait, maybe 7's impossible. No, 7, 7, 4 should do it, right? If 8, 3 works, then 7, 4 works. Okay, sorry. There's something else easier, I'm sure. These have a 3 in them. Can we roll 3 out of this cell? Is that a thing? 3 would power 5, 9. So we do 3, 5, 9, 6, 8, 7, 2. It just completes. Zombie Hunter says it's 3 or 8. Can't be 1 or 2. Could be 3. Can't be 4. Is 5 a problem? Probably. Because if this is 5, this is 2, 3. And then 2, 3 forces 6, 5. So it can't be 5. 6 a problem? So a 6 here would force 5 with a 2, right? 5 with the 2. Wait, no. 5. Hold on. What? Did we really say 5 with 2 is possible? Hold on. I'm doing this wrong. I'm doing this wrong. It's 5 with the 6. Hold on. Then the 6 is with the 5. Did I do the 3 wrong then? Oh yeah, there's always a 6 in here, and then it's with a 5 or a 2. Okay. We knew that. So if this is a 5, sorry, can't be 3, can't be 4. If it's a 5, this is 6 with a 2, and then now this can't be anything. Right? No, yeah, because 5 is gone and 2 is gone. Okay. If this is a 6, then this is 5 with a 6. This is 2, 3. That's a 7. And now we need the 6 here for 6, 9. So 6 doesn't work. 7 is in the pair. 8 probably works. 9 is that. So does 8 work? 8 requires 6, 9, 5, 2, 3, 7. That does work. All right, so I confirmed Zombie Hunter's assertion that this is 3 or 8. Hopefully that's helpful at some point. Blake, I have not done the Wordle yet, so please do not spoil it. And also, in general, you don't spoil the Wordle in case someone hasn't done yet. Let's see. I meant to wake up early before stream to do it, and then I slept in. So I have to do all my videos after stream, so they'll be late. 8, 9 sees row 9, column 2. Row 9, column 2. 8, 9 sees it. Okay, that's something. Doesn't that mean 8 is claimed here? So this is not 8. Basically, these are the same digit. Wait, we have shading. Row 4, column 4 must be shaded by arithmetic. Okay, so why can't it be a doubled one? because I thought it could be a doubled one. That would be 2. So these would add to 8, which is like 3, 5. So is 1, 3, 5 bad for some reason? What if the Wordle one day was spoiled? Does that mean you would have to spoil it for yourself? That'll be an interesting day when it's spoil. That's a cool word. Don't spoil the Wordle. Ha ha ha. All the jokes. Finland takes it back. Unfortunate. I was hoping you had some insight there. If it's green, then it has to be 1, 3, 5. That's the only way it's green. So that is something, but and it forces basically the rest of the box to resolve. So maybe it resolves in a way that breaks something else. We could investigate if there's nothing else to look at. I haven't seen any yin-yang logic in a while. So we're going to have to get a digit somewhere that forces a color. You know, my testers said this was normal difficulty, and it's now taken us 78 minutes, so my tester saw something that we're not seeing. They're not opposite. They could both be green. They just can't both be gray. On LMD, this is 4 out of 5 stars. Feels 5 out of 5. I wonder if my tester just like made a happy accident and thought it was easy. It's okay. We'll get it done. DGV, if you're still here, we may need another hint. If they were both green, would I be isolating a chunk of gray? Okay, if they were both green, I assume you're talking about this chunk of gray here. The gray escapes. It just has to connect one way or the other. I don't... Gray connects here. Green connects up here. I think it works. Oops. Row 5, column 4. Oh, in that world, I see. 3 in box 8 claims. Hold on. Okay, 3 in this box points up. Okay. This can't be 3. Maybe I should pencil it. 1, 2, can't be 3. How big can it be? If it were half, oh, obviously if it's doubled, it has to be a 1. If it were a halver, how big can it get? 3 plus 5 is 8. We need to get to 12, so it would be a 4. So 1, 2, 4 only. Next puzzle should be hopefully easier. This wasn't marked as hard, so I didn't realize. So this will be our one hard for the day. I really want to finish it. Feels like we're so close. I have to do 7 in this box. Can I exclude 7 from this cell somehow? I don't see how. basically row 7 has two combinations, and I didn't see either of them breaking within the row itself, at least. That's what this 3-8 represents, is the two ways this can resolve. And it's just this 5-9 pair that, excuse me, is ambiguous if it becomes 5-9. Okay, Josh says this can't be 8. So let's take what we can. So if this was 8, we do 8. Aren't there a few options for 8? Okay, if this is, okay, maybe that's true. If this is 8, then we have a 1-2 pair here. So 1, 2 are gone. So this is 8, 4, 3 exactly. But doesn't that add to 12? Oh no, 8 plus 3 is, oh sorry, 8 is already big. Sorry, I was thinking 5 plus 3 was 8, but did you know that 8 plus 3 is not 8? I just learned that today. But 8 plus 7 is 15. That's way too big. So yeah, this can't be 8. 7 too big? No, because 7 doesn't force the 1-2 pair. So 8 is these two? Don't know much about 8s. If Zombie says if row 7 column 4 was dark, so if it's shaded, then row 8 column 4 has to get out by going left. How's that impact the 33 cage? So we know that this would be a 7 then. So if this would, okay, so maybe it has to do with the shading in combination with how it resolves. So if this was shaded, it's 2 halvers, so we need to do 5-9. But also this has to get out. So this ends up being 7 and 2, and this is also shaded. I think that's okay though. Let's walk through it though. So that makes this 7, 8. That makes this 3. That makes this 6 and 2. This is quite the look ahead, but it does remove 8 from here. That's a 1-2 pair. It makes this a 4. It does a lot, but I don't want to go too much farther unless we see this being broken already. Because that might end up solving the puzzle, and that would be not great. This would have to get out. So this would be gray. We do know this would be gray because it can't be a 1 anymore. So this would have to get out. This whole green chunk here would have to connect up and be here. It would finish the coloring entirely, which is really interesting. But it's not broken. It might be the solution. Making this gray might be the solution. So should we try green now? Let's try green now. The problem with green is it doesn't force as much to happen here. But it does force 3, 2. This is 8, 7, 2. Ah, so then this is green and this is gray. Because we haven't been considering these colors. So that's why I'm doing this. But I can't visualize all that. So this is basically how that would resolve. 4 with a 1-8 pair. So this green needs to get out. It would connect up. And then we'd have to have grays here and here for the 2x2. So then this is green to not checkerboard. And this is gray to not checkerboard. And that does force this to be green and come down. And then that also works. I haven't violated any rules, have I? Oh my goodness. There's like 2 solutions that work perfectly, and I don't know what resolves them. Okay, so in both worlds, were there any that were colored the same? Okay, I'm going to screenshot this, and we're going to compare them, because that's all I can do at this point. Come on, let me run MS Paint. MS Paint. Okay, so we've got the screenshot of this guy. And we're going to color the other way also. Okay, got that screenshot. I'll put that back on screen in a second. I just need to make this window smaller. Come on. Okay, so I've got that one. We're going to undo. Right. Boom. We're going to make this gray. That forces this to come out and this to be gray. So this comes up. This is gray. And then this is... Did we have to put numbers in to get the rest of the coloring? I don't think so, did we? This has to continue to come out, so that's green. We had this finished. Was it number based? I don't think so. Ah, it was this one here. Yeah, we ended up with an 8 here, I think. So I have to do that. So I have to do the 5, 9 here. This is 6, this is 8. That's enough to make the 1, 2 pair. So now this has to be gray. That forces this to be green to connect up. And then don't make it 2 by 2. So this was the other grid. So let's compare. Here, if I make this small enough, it can probably appear here. There we go. So let's undo. So, oh no, I have to screenshot the other one too, don't I? Screenshot this. Another MS Paint. All right. Whoops. Can we see them both? I think so. This cell's always green. This cell's green, but we have that. This cell's always green. This 5, 7, 8's always green. That's it, huh? The rest are completely opposite. Anyone else see anything else? Oh boy. Does this help? I don't think so. I mean, obviously the other 2 colorings are both viable. So we have to break it with numbers, with Sudoku. Maybe on this grid here, this being a 1, I know you can't really see it well. Yeah, so this was never a 2. I think is that the key? Because look, we have I know this is tiny. Hold on. Let's look at this grid first. Okay. So in this grid, I've got a 1-2 pair. So this is a 4. So when it's a halfer, it's a 4. In this grid, it's doubled. It's got to be a 1. 1, 3, 5 is the only possibility. So this is not a 2. And that places this 2. This is ridiculous, by the way. I have no idea what the correct solve path is, but we got our bet cell. So this is never a 4. Because if this is a 4, it's not a 4. If it's a 1, this is 3, 5. So, wait, am I right about 3, 5, 1? Yeah, I am. So this is 3, and this is 4. This is 3 and 2. That's not a 3. This is 3. Okay, we've got digits now. I'm sure this is not the intended solve path. I usually intended solve paths don't involve comparing the 2 ways to color the yin-yang in MS Paint and then deriving that a number is never 2 in a random cell. But yeah, here we go. Put those screenshots in the dictionary under the definition of bifurcation. That is the true definition of bifurcation right there. Looking at 2 branches of possibilities and comparing them. I don't think anyone would say that that was not bifurcation, but here we go. I wanted to finish the puzzle and the constructor couldn't remember the solve path, so that's what we're doing. Case checking, indeed. This is a triple. We need 1, something, and 8. 1, 3, and 8. Ah, 3 is only here. I'm sure we'll get a digit at some point that finishes our coloring. Andrew uses MS Paint to solve all the time. Bifurcation in a good way. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words there. 1-8 pair. Here we go. This is a 4. We got it. 4 is dark. Green has to get out. Green still has to get out. Here's our 3. This is yes, this is dark. This better match one of my MS Paints. Let's look. It should match this MS Paint. So let's just make sure, because it would better be one of our 2 cases where we've messed up. That should be the coloring that we end up with. This has to get out. This is gray. So the gray is the 2. That's the 7. Places 7 and 8. This is 6 and 2. That's 9 and 8. That places this 3. This is 1 and 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. So the 8 is placed. This green blob has to get out. Don't make a 2x2. Okay, I think that matches the one case, this case here. So that's good news. This is 1 and 8. This is 6 and 1. What was the coloring on that one? So, okay, so 15. We're gonna have to double the. We can't double the 1, so we have the 1. And we double the 6. 12 plus 3. Nice. Cases in paint, yes. We should know this now. These add to 7, so we need another 5. That places 7 and 8 here. Okay. Oh my gosh, okay, this is solving. I don't know what the real way to solve this is, but that's okay. DJV, if you ever remember, feel free to put it in my Discord. What do we need here? We need a 1. And we need a... I lied. It doesn't need a 4. It needs a 5. 3 more digits left. We need a 4. We need a 5 and a 6. Phew! Solution's correct. Okay. We did it! It was logical. Just have to bring these up as companion documents in our write-up of how to solve this puzzle. So the wrong one is this one. Could we have seen the problem with the 1-8 pair? I don't see it. It would basically force this cell to not have any value. There is red, yeah. That's a 1. That's a 4. I don't know. If I plunked enough digits in, this would have broken. But that felt like the bad kind of bifurcation. All right. Well, let's do... I'm going to take a quick break, and then we'll do another puzzle. So I will be right back. This was key, and I don't think we eliminated the 2 in the right way, but we did it. I'm back. Let's turn off row column labels for this one. Yes, thank you, Andrew. Don't forget to like the stream if you haven't. Easy to forget. Hi, Claudia. Yes. Oh, she probably wants her afternoon snack. All right, I'm going to do this puzzle and I'm going to end stream. I have actually a very busy day, so if I can end stream a little bit early, that will give me a chunk of time that I actually need. So, let's see. Let's get this puzzle done, and then that'll be the stream. Alrighty. This puzzle is called Camel Hiding in a Forest. It's by Panthera. We've got normal Sudoku rolls, standard 2-color Japanese sums. Colors used in this puzzle are green and red. Okay, so there's some extra rules here besides the J sums. Okay, an unclude row or column. Okay, well, that's just copy paste because there's no unclude row or column. There are exactly 3 sandwiches with the same filling. There's a negative constraint. A section of shaded cells must have a clone. All runs that are consecutive are part of the clone. So this does mean there's a bit of clone blob in the grid. The clone has all the same digits as each other, just in different positions. Think of it like a chaos clone construction. Only one diagonal contains only 3 repeated digits. Only one diagonal contains only 3 repeated digits. Any diagonal in the grid? Or just, I guess it must mean the main diagonals, right? Wait, how do you repeat more than 3 digits on a diagonal? These rules confuse me. Let's get started and see if the rules start making sense. 45 we can do. This is a 10 clue, it has to be too high. Don't make a 3x3. No, I'm kidding. Is anyone else streaming today? Is Zeta streaming today? I think he doesn't do Saturdays anymore. Uh, 19 plus 25 plus 1. These are all shaded. Okay, this is a 1. So now we have to make this red, and it's 25. So 9, 8, 7 is only 24. 6 is 30. It has to be at least this long. Wait, 30 is big enough. Sorry. We need to be at least 4 long. And then this is obviously green, and 19 needs to be at least 3 long. So this is a little bit ambiguous, but not much. Yeah, Zeta streams tomorrow. I think Bremster, you should be very safe to stream after mine. In fact, I could just send everybody. If you schedule the stream, I might be able to send everybody over to you afterwards, unless you don't want me to. Let's see. Zeta is streaming Tajik today. I don't know. I say Bremster can stream if he wants. Let's see. Oh, 9 is all doubled, indeed. In fact, he's streaming right now. So if he's allowed to overlap me, then you're allowed to overlap him. All right. This is green? Oh, because this column... Wait, how do we know this is shaded at all? Oh, yeah, duh. The 10 clue. The 10 clue makes it green. So this has to be 2, 4 to add to 6. This is a 5 clue. This can't be 1. So this is 3 or 5. Oh no, it can't even be 3. This is just a 5 on its own? I can't do 1, 4 across here because there's no 4, and I can't do 2, 3 across here because there's no 2. So this is a 5. Row 1, column 1 is unshaded, 21 can't reach. Okay, so 21, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 adds to 21, so it can't possibly reach here. So this is unshaded. I'm still not quite understanding the whole blob clone thing, but hopefully that comes into play soon. Oh, right. None of these are shaded because these are green only rows. So there's a 6 here or here. Same logic for row 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 10. 5 would put 15. So none of these are shaded. Can this not be a red 6? They would have to be a 19 clue, which is at least 3 long, and then 1, 5. It doesn't work. You're right. So if this was red, we'd have to be the 19 clue because it would be a 6. That's at least 3 long. And then this would have to be green 1, and then this would have to be red 5. There's already 5 in the row. So this is not shaded. This is a red 6. I knew it was fully colored. Oh, right. It was fully colored and this row could only be red. Got it. But then I got to do that cool thing of rejecting this being red. So that's fine. A section of shaded cells must have a clone. All runs that are consecutive are part of the clone. All runs that are consecutive. Like the digits are consecutive, or does that mean connected? So this does mean there's a bit of a clone blob in the grid. What are you asking about, Carrion? I don't see how else column 3 could have finished with this being a red 6. Well, there's a 19, a 1, and a 5. Well, you can't put 5 in row 8 at all. Oh, this being the 5. Oh, no, you're right. This would have been the 5. It's fine. We knew this is a 6 because this has to be shaded for the column. And the, yeah, ignore my column 3 logic. But just using column 7, we can make this a red 6 because we can only put red in this row. And this had to be shaded. This is part of a 5 clue. So this is either a 5 on its own, or we grow 1, and this can only be a 1 or a 3. So this would have to be a 2 or a 4. "19 can't fit up here, so these are unshaded. That's true. So doesn't that force this to be, yeah, hold on. Yeah, that forces this to be green, and this is red. Okay, so this is 5, this is 1, and these add to 19. A section of shaded cells must have a clone. Box 1 is fully gray. Can't fit 18 here. Can't fit 29 here. Okay. Rest of row 8 is unshaded. 1, 5, 6 are done. True. This is a 13 clue. This is a 9 clue. Column 2. Column 2, we've got the 7 here. These are green. They sum to 18. This is a 3 clue. This is a 4. This is a 9. This is a 2. This is a 2-4 pair, so to add to 10... Oh, we don't know if it grows, do we? The 4 goes with a... Well, we know what's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6 and 8. So these 10s are done. So we have to have a gray in between them. This can't be the 2 clue because there's a 2 in the box. Or 16, 9, 2, 8. Row 2 clue needs another green in row 2, column 6. 29. So we can't hit 29 and 3. That's only 24. So this is definitely shaded. So the 18 clues up here. These are all unshaded. I'm guessing these are the clones. I'm guessing that's what that means. Same in row 6. 29 can't be in 3, so this is green. So should we assume these are the clones and make that green, or maybe not yet? This is part of a 16 clue. These are gray. Like this blob of red can't have another red that's the clone. This blob of green can't have can't have a clone anywhere. I suppose this singular red, no, this singular red can't even have a, can it? A 1 clone anywhere? I don't see where. Red can only go here, here, or here. I guess, oh no, we can have reds in any of these rows. Row 5, column 7 is a 2 from the row clue. Yes, we've got the 21, and then this is the 2, and then these are unshaded. And then we've got 29. This is a 3 clue, can't use a 2 anymore, so it is a 3. These are unshaded. I've got a 16 clue up here. The middle one's shaded. These are looking cloney. And I've got a 10 clue up here. No, I've got a 2 clue up here. Okay, this 9 clue, then we have a 2 clue sitting in here somewhere. Oh no, we could have a 2 clue, a nothing, and then an 8 clue. Finishes the 25 clue. Finishes the 25 clue. This one. That's 10, 16. Wait. Right, we're getting to 25, not 20. Hold on. What am I doing? Is it a 9? I think it's a 9. 10, 16 plus 9 is 25. And so then these are 4, 7, 8. So that should add to 19. Yes. So I'm thinking this is 4, 7, 8. But I'm not sure yet. Because this is also a 19 clue. For our clone thingy. Should I just make that assumption? What do you guys think? They look the same to me. 21. Column 8, 16 clue. Can't be 2 cells since 7's taken. So the only way to do 16 in 2 cells is 7, 9, so this has to use all 3 cells. That 16 would match this 16. I'm starting to think we need to use the clone at this point. Let's see. Yeah. I'm going to assume these are the clones. So 4, 7, 8. I think nothing else can be. So that's not a 7. And then these are all shaded. They add to 16. These add to 18. Without a 7. Without a 2. This must be unshaded because we wouldn't be able to grow here. Oh, there's a 2 clue in this column. So this is the 4, 6, and this is the 8, 2. There's a 2 up here. So there's a 2 there. Ah, so we know where the 2 goes by our clone. I hope this is how Panthera intended this, but this is what I'm doing because I need to end stream early. It looks good. Like we got 2 blobby clones, right? So are we limited on this 16 clue? What's actually left in the box? That might help. We got 1, 3, 5, 6, 9. So it contains a 6 for sure. By clone, this one's not a 3. Yeah, I should be Brim. Oh, I'm not seeing it. Huh. I'll check again in a sec. Bramster, can you check your settings to see who you allow to redirect you? All right. How are we adding to 16? Would it be easier to do the outies? I think it would be. So 45 minus 19 minus 16 minus 2. Our outies add to 8. Oh, so either way works. 1, 9 or 3, 5. Uh, 1, 9 doesn't add to 8, actually. Only 3, 5. Only 1, 6, 9. This is 1, 6, 9. 9 doesn't go here. 1, 9 is 8 if you subtract them. All right. 13. 13's interesting. This is also 13. Yeah. I mean, these clones have become very obvious what's happening here. So, with the 2 here, does the 29 need another green? 9, 8, 7. Yeah, 9, 8, 7 is only 24. So we'd only get to 26. So we do need another green here and here. Yeah, I still don't see it. It's okay. I'll just let everyone know that you're streaming when I'm over. I never get to use the feature because it's so awkward. It almost... it's very rare for someone to stream after me because I usually stream late at night. Can't have 1 in the 29 sum. So if these added to 3, yeah, because then 9, 8, 7 is 24. To get to 29, we need another 5. Okay, so that's not a 1. What am I... Oh, 3 and 7 are over here. So these can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. These are, or 5. These are 6, not 7, 8, or 9. And they do contain a 9. We're gonna have 3 sandwiches for lunch now? Yum, I need lunch too. Oh, I really need time today. Let's get this done. This is a quad. We have 1, 2. We need a 3. That goes here. Now this is triple. We need 4, 5, and 7, it looks like. This is a triple. We need a 1. We have 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6, 7. We need 8, 9. A little bird told me that the sandwich clue actually is not necessary and you can solve it without, so we're just going to ignore it for now. We'll use it if we need to. Let's see. Hey, natural Russian Ekrot, how you doing? Let's see here. 9's one of these two. So 9's up here. So 9's in one of these. Ah, that's helpful. So by Sudoku, look at these 9's. They look up. 9's in the clone here. 9's here. That places this 9 for the row. Let's see. These add to 18. Is that helpful? And they include a 9. So we need another 9. So we need 9 and then 1, 8. Can't be 2, 7. Can they be 3, 6? Maybe. Or 4, 5. Maybe. Okay. I can't pencil it. Can we really grow this? Let's see, 1, 4 would be 5. We'd need another 7. What's left in this row? Or in this box? We need a 2. There is a 2 involved in these two cells. 4, 6, 8. Definitely a 2. Row 3, column 6 can't be a 9. Row clue 13. Yeah, 9 plus 5 is 14. Okay, so that's not a 9. Yeah, we know this isn't a 9 anyway from the clone. So this is also 2, 4, 6, 8. Can't be a 2. Ah, that places this 2. Can the 2 be involved in a 13 clue is our question. So no, this cell can't be a 2, so this is not allowed to be the clone. There we go. So how do we add to 13? If this was an 8, then these two would add to 5. That would be 1, 4. If this was a 4, then these two would add to 9. And they can't, right? Oh, 1, 8. Darn it. 2 ways to do it. Okay, this is either an 8 or part of an 8 clue. But we could do 1, 7, but we couldn't do 2, 6, or 3, 5. So this is 1, 7, or 8. Need a 1. Right. 6, 4, 8 would be huge. It would be 18. So that's a 1. That's a 1. That's not 1. 6, 9 pair in here. And then with the 1, these two need to add to 12. That is 4, 8. Okay. There we go. 4, 8 pair puts a 6 here. This is a triple. 1, 2. We need 3, 5. Oops, no 5. We need 3, 7, 8. And this pair, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 5 and 6. Okay. I'm starting to get the feeling I'm not going to end early today. Can this really be a 7? Can this be a shaded 7? 21's not that small. These would add to 14. 6, 4, 4 is not possible. 6, 7. 6, 7, 1. Oh, 1 is too small for the 29 clue. So if these added to 3, true. Yeah, we already knew that. 1's too small for the 29 clue. Okay. Only one diagonal contains only 3 repeated digits. I don't even understand that clue. That rule. I hope it doesn't need to be used. How can only one diagonal contain only 3 repeated digits? Like, this is a diagonal, it has no repeated digits. So I'm not understanding that. The 8 in column 1 is a single 8. 1 7 breaks column 3. Ah, another way to put that is 7 claims. This is an 8. Okay. So this is 8. This is 4. This is... No, I put the 8 in the wrong spot. Hold on. This is 8. This is 4, 8. And then... this is unshaded. But major diagonals can only have 3 repeats. You can't have 4 repeated digits in the major diagonals. So I'm just super confused about that rule. You can write. Oh, it doesn't mean a digit repeated more than 3 times. It means more than 3 digits repeated at least once. So appearing twice. I see. No, I don't think it's anti-diagonal. I think it's saying that more than 3 distinct digits on the diagonal appear at least twice each. You can have 4 digits repeating twice because of there's 9 digits total. So let me pencil this. This adds to 18. So we have 4 already. And we know there's a 9 involved now. In fact, that places this 9. So we should know what the other digit is. 14. So 5, 9. So how do we... So these add to 10. So these add to 19. These two can't add to 10. So this can't be the 9. So that's 6 and 9. 6 and 9. 5 and 9. 5 and 9. That's 6 and 5. So 10 plus 15 is 25. We need 4 more. Whoa. Press the wrong button. Okay. And our clones are done. Nice. It's 2 trees. That's cool. That's why it's called a forest. So now, hopefully, let's do as much Sudoku as humanly possible before we have to worry about the other rules. In fact, I'm going to try to speed things up and see if Mark has anything interesting to say. He certainly does. So let's just deal with all that first. 1 3 pair finishes all that. This can't be... Oh, there's a 3 here. I think we might just be finishing. Hey, okay. We didn't have to use any of the other rolls. Awesome. All right. Well, thanks, Panthera. I know you made this for the monthly prompt, but maybe just don't include rules that aren't needed next time for my stream. This was just a standard J-sums with the clone. Nothing else was needed. Sandwich clue wasn't needed. The diagonal thing wasn't needed. Alrighty. Well, thanks everybody. I'm going to end 10 minutes early and try to use that time as effectively as possible. So let me just thank everybody here. Thank you to Bremster for the super chat. Definitely just switch over to Bremster's stream if you want more Sudoku. I think he's probably going to do more gas puzzles. It's a lot of fun. Good place to hang out. You have nothing else to do this Saturday. I unfortunately have a lot to do this Saturday, so I will not be able to join you all. But thank you, Bremster. Thank you to all my super supporters, the Asylum, Peter, David Ratner, Sotek, Franco, Mathgeek, Kenny, Aiden, Woofer, and Rise to the Equation. Thanks to all my members and patrons, and I will see all of you Monday evening for more word games. Have a great night. Let me just double check, see if I can switch over to Bremster. Not tonight. All right. So you'll have to do it yourself. Let me see if I can link it. I can link it in chat. Here we go. Just clicky. That should take you to Bremster. See you guys.